Welcome to another edition of Shuckers Insiders. And joining me today, as usual, is Garrett Green. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Cecilia. It's great to be here now that we've wrapped up the season.
That's right. Well, tell us about the season.
Yeah, it was another exciting year at MGM Park. Unfortunately, the team finished just 2 games under 500. They came so close. They went on a 9-game winning streak to finish out the year. They won their last 4 games at home, including a walk-off on the last day of the season at home. They then went to Pensacola, won 5 straight. Lost on closing day, unfortunately, but it was a really exciting team. The team set a record for home runs hit this year. We had 154 in 135 games, so we averaged a little more than a home run a game if you came out. Yet again, we had a fantastic record at home this year, and we already sent a player to the major leagues. Garrett Mitchell, who was with us at the beginning of the season, had a little bit of an injury, came back and was with us through July. He went to AAA for about 4 weeks, and then he went up to Milwaukee, and he's already contributing in a big way for the big league club.
That's awesome. That's great. That's great. So still overall a great season. You had a lot of promotions. Tell me what the biggest and most popular promotion was this season.
Oh, it is so tough to say because we had so many different nights that really drew in a bunch of crowds. Obviously, our July 3rd crowd was maybe the best one that we've seen all season. Our Halfway to Mardi Gras night was another fantastic success that we had. We wore our specialty jerseys that night and had a really big crowd for that. And really what surprised me, and I was so happy to see, is that our last Friday, Saturday, Sunday of the season were 3 of our larger crowds that we've had all year. I know the weather cools off a little bit, and people really took that it was the last opportunity to see the Shuckers and came out and enjoyed what we had to offer at the very end of the year. Normally, when you're playing into the middle of September, you're going to see smaller crowds than usual, but we saw some of our biggest weekend crowds the last weekend of the season, and that was great for people to come out and just enjoy what we had to offer and show that they supported the team, even though we didn't make the playoffs this year, but still played a really exciting brand of baseball.
Awesome. Well, that's great to hear. But what about Marvel Night? Wasn't that something big that you had? And you had some great characters this year?
It was. So last year we had 2 different Marvel nights. We wore special Marvel 2 jerseys that we had. We had Black Panther out. We had Iron Man out, which again, those weren't like, you know, Iron Dude or anything. It was actually Iron Man. And coming up for this next season, it's actually a 3-year partnership that we have with Minor League Baseball, with Marvel. So next year, if I'm not mistaken, we are actually going to have Marvelized Shuckers gear to wear. So we're going to have a special Marvelized Biloxi Shuckers logo. It's not just going to be us wearing Thor jerseys. It's going to be its own special thing. We've been in the process of designing it. I saw the first mock-up of it the other day. I think people are really going to like it. We'll have a whole line of merchandise that's going to come out with that. So that's already something that we kind of have penciled in on the promo schedule for 2023.
Awesome. Well, you say that. So is that some things you're going to be working on in the off-season?
We have actually already started working on it. So the schedule's already out for 2023. So if you want to go ahead and start picking your home dates for when you want to come out and see the Shuckers for next season, you can kind of pick out weekends. But we've already sat down and had meetings to start discussing what we want to put in place for next season and what were some of our more popular things we did this last year, and then some other fun things that we can maybe do to mix it up next season. But no, we took about a week to decompress, and then we were right into 2023 to make sure that we put out the best possible product that we can for next year.
Awesome. Yeah, well, next year we're in the off season. Even though Shuckers aren't playing, there's always something happening at the ballpark. You know, there's the merchandise shop that's opened all year round. If anybody wants to reserve the facility, they can. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the Shucker shop is open Monday through Friday, 10 to 4. Not much outside of that. We kind of lay back a little bit and take some easier hours after working.
You deserve it.
12-hour days for most of the summer. But you can always obviously shop online. BiloxiShuckers.com, and you can search our stores right there for you as well. We'll have winter gear coming in at some point in the near future, so hoodies and jackets and all that stuff for when the weather finally does get a little bit chillier. We'll have that kind of stuff coming up for people, but that's completely available online. And then, as you said, there's nothing specifically on the schedule yet. We'll have some outside events, but if you're looking to book a Christmas party or just have a group outing or something like that.
Well, that's great. That sounds like there's still a lot happening. A lot of people can do to be involved with the Biloxi Shuckers. if they wanted to look online, what's the website?
Yeah, so it's very simple. BiloxiShuckers.com. Anything and everything that you could want should be on there. If it's not, you can email me, ggreen@BiloxiShuckers.com. I handle that, and that's
Awesome.
part of my off-season project is making sure our website's up to date with everything. And we are going to have memberships coming up for 2023 as well. So if you want to come out, we offer 20-game memberships, half season, which is about 35 games, and then obviously full season memberships. It's full ticket flexibility. It's outside events that we do, not just in season but out of season as well. So if you think that you're going to come out to more than 1 or 2 Shuckers games with that full flexibility, look, if you want to bring 5 people out to 4 games, we have a 20 ticket package that you can shift and move that around, and we'll start booking group outings for this upcoming season as well. So if you're very interested in the Shuckers, we already have that kind of available for you for next year.
That sounds great. Just go to BiloxiShuckers.com.
That's the
Thank
key.
you, Garrett.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.